What's up, good people of YouTube? It's me, Chavez, back with another MLB player prop video for you. Today's Wednesday, September 13th, 2023. As always, I hope this video finds you all doing well and in good spirits. We got plays to recap from yesterday, and then we got 3 new plays to go over today. 2 on Prizepicks, 1 on Underdog, fingers crossed. So if all that sounds good, I encourage you to stick around, drop a like, sub up, and click the notification icon to get notified of all upcoming content and videos from me and this channel. And without further delay, let's talk about our plays from yesterday. All right, 2-0, could have been 3-0 if Brandon Nimmo was not removed from the Underdog board. But if you happened to play Brandon Nimmo yesterday before that happened, and you did yourself right, because he had himself a great game. Went over hits, runs, and RBIs, went over fantasy score, went over all the good stuff. Let's talk about the 2 plays on Prizepicks that we were able to play. Both hit. Took the under Patrick Sandoval strikeouts. We talked about what he needed in order to go over that. 7 strikeouts. He needed 7 strikeouts to go over 6. Even after the line was bumped down from 6.5, he still needed 7. So I mean, the push doesn't kill you, but man, 7 strikeouts is a lot of strikeouts, honestly, for most MLB pitchers. I just didn't see him getting that done, and then it kind of unfolded that way. Gave up a lot of earned runs in the first few innings and got pulled, and that was that. You could have even taken the under on his fantasy score because he didn't come close to hitting that. And then we took the over. Davis Schneider, 0.5 bases yesterday. He comes through on that one versus Max Scherzer, who, by the way, can we just talk about one of the worst fucking tacos ever. That was just terrible. I'm so glad that Prizepicks rebooted it. I would have loved to see them reboot. Mookie couldn't get one damn hit yesterday. That was even worse than Max Scherzer. Worst tacos so far this season. I mean, we got to go back to, who was it? Vandersloot, who didn't score 1 point on her taco. I mean, that was a while back, but yeah, there's been some pretty bad ones. But yesterday, by far, in recent memory, 2 of the worst tacos so far. So we don't care about that. We care about our plays. They went 2-0. Our plays beat the tacos yesterday, so we're 2 up on the tacos for sure. So hopefully today brings more success. If you tail those plays, then your slips did well. I'm sure they did well. Looking to keep it going. Let's now transition over into the next slide and start breaking down our plays for today. All right, play number 1. Let's talk about Bo Bichette over 6.5 fantasy score. Here's why I like this line. Great numbers versus Jordan Montgomery today. 429 batting average, 2 homers, 8 RBIs. That's a lot of production versus 1 pitcher. Over his last 10 home games, Bichette averaging 1.4 hits, runs, and RBIs. But man, he just crushes left-handed pitching. 360 batting average, 4 homers, 14 RBIs on the year. And then let's talk about Montgomery, who will allow power to right-handed bats. 16 homers, 57 total extra base hits. Just a lot to like here for Bo Bichette. This 6.5 line is really low. I mean, that's a double and a run scored, or an RBI double. I mean, we may even see Bo Bichette hit a home run today and just clear this line, you know, without even a sweat. So give me the over 6.5 hitter fantasy score for Bo Bichette, and that's going to be our first play of the day. All right, second play of the day, we're going with another over on Prizepicks. Aaron Judge, Rafael Devers combined hits, runs, and RBIs prop is set to 3.5. I like the over on this one. So let's break these down individually. Judge, very strong numbers versus Tanner Houck. 500 batting average and 3 singles. Versus right-handed pitching on the year, though, that's what we're looking at. 262 batting average, 24 homers, 46 RBIs. And then when it comes to Devers, he has incredible numbers versus Schmidt. 400 batting average, 1 homer, 2 RBIs. And then versus right-handed pitching, 272 batting average, 20 homers, and 67 RBIs. So really, we're looking for both of these dudes to give us 2 hits, runs, and RBIs, and that would give us 4. But I could definitely see one of these dudes going yard, probably Devers going yard, and just clearing this prop for us. So a lot of home runs I'm predicting today, but I mean, that's just kind of where the lines are, and it you know, these guys are in great spots. They have good and favorable pitching matchups. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see quite a few home runs hit by these guys today. So going over, Judge and Devers, 3.5 hits, runs, and RBIs, combined hits, runs, and RBIs prop, and that's going to be our second play for today. All right, for our third and final play of the day, let's talk about Taj Bradley. I like the under on this fantasy score. This is an underdog play, so I'm just gonna go over some stats with you why I like this under. And so I know 30.5 doesn't seem like a really high number, but let's break it down and figure out what it would take for him to go over this. So currently his line for strikeouts is set at 5.5, so he would need to get 6 strikeouts in order to help the cause and go over 30.5. So let's say he gets you 6 strikeouts. That's 18 points right there. In terms of his pitching outs, that's super important. Right now that line's set to 14.5. He doesn't really go too deep into games, but let's say he gives us 5 2/3 innings. That's 17 points plus the 18 points from his strikeouts. That's 35 points right there that he's over. What's going to hurt Taj Bradley and what's hurt him in a lot of games is his earned runs. And so over his last 5 games, he's allowing 3.8 earned runs, and over his last 10, he's allowing 2.5. So if you just round those numbers up, that's 3 and 4 earned runs. And so let's say he does give up 2 earned runs today. We're at 35, I believe. 18 plus 17, 35 points. Minus 6 runs, or minus 6 points. That's 29 fantasy points right there. Anything more than 2, he's well below 30.5. So let's figure out, in order for this to go over, he would need to not give up a shit ton of runs. He'd need to go over, he'd need to pitch almost 6 innings, 6 or more, roughly. And then he'd have to strike out 6+ batters. If he doesn't strike out 6+ batters, he's not going over this fantasy line because he's not pitching deep into this game. And if he gives up more than 2 earned runs, he's definitely not going to go over this fantasy line. So in my opinion, there's too much there to not go with the under. And that's what I'm rolling with today. So third and final play on the board, I'm going under Taj Bradley, 30.5 pitcher fantasy score. And ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for today's video. Thank you so much for stopping by the channel and checking this video out. Drop a comment below. Let me know what you like on the board as well as your thoughts on these plays. By the way, thank you so much for all your support on yesterday's video. Highest rated video on the week so far. Over 1,000 views, over 30 likes. Let's run it back today. Let's see if we can get it up in or around those same numbers. But thank you all so much for that support. Really means a lot to me. Best of luck to you all should you tail any of these plays that we talked about in today's video. And until tomorrow's MLB player prop video, Chavez is out.